Welcome back to part 2 of the best PlayStation 1 games of all time. In the last video, we covered numbers 60 through 31, absolute classics that helped define the PS1 era. But now it's time for the heavy hitters. These are the top 30 games that made the PS1 a legend and cemented its place in gaming history. Let's finish this countdown and reveal the greatest PS1 games of all time. Kicking off part 2 of our best PS1 games of all time, at number 30 is Xenogears. Released in 1998, Xenogears is a PlayStation RPG famous for its deep story, complex characters, and unique battle system. You follow Fei Fong Wong and a cast of characters as they uncover secrets about their pasts while facing powerful organizations and mysterious mechs called Gears. The gameplay mixes traditional turn-based combat with mech battles, giving players a variety of strategies. Each character has unique abilities, and combining attacks is often key to defeating tougher enemies. Exploration, puzzles, and side content add more depth for players who want to dive into the world. What really makes Xenogears memorable is its story. It tackles philosophical and emotional themes that were rare in PS1 RPGs, making it feel epic and immersive. The music, cutscenes, and art style all enhance the cinematic experience. Xenogears is considered a cult classic, praised for its ambitious storytelling and engaging gameplay. It's a strong start to part 2 of our countdown of the best PlayStation 1 games. Next, at number 29, is Suikoden 2. Released in 1998, Suikoden 2 is a classic turn-based RPG that stands out for its massive cast of over 100 recruitable characters and a story full of political intrigue, loyalty, and betrayal. You follow a young hero drawn into a conflict between rival nations, making choices that shape the outcome of the war and the fate of your army. The gameplay features traditional turn-based battles, strategic army combat, and plenty of side quests. Recruiting characters adds variety to your party and opens up new storylines, making each playthrough feel rich and rewarding. The game also includes minigames, trading, and castle management, adding extra depth beyond the main story. Visually, Suikoden 2 uses charming 2D sprites and detailed backgrounds, creating a nostalgic and inviting world. The soundtrack is one of the most celebrated on the PS1, perfectly capturing the emotional highs and lows of the story. Suikoden 2 is widely regarded as one of the best RPGs on the PlayStation. Its memorable characters, engaging story, and deep gameplay make it a must-play for anyone exploring the console's library. Next at number 28 is Spider-Man. Released in 2000, Spider-Man brought the web-slinging superhero to the PlayStation in a 3D action-adventure format. Players take control of Peter Parker, swinging through New York City, fighting crime, and taking on classic villains like the Green Goblin and Dr. Octopus. The gameplay mixes web-swinging, combat, and platforming. Swinging through the city feels satisfying, and combat is simple but fun, with combos, web attacks, and environmental interactions. Levels vary between rooftop chases, building interiors, and boss fights, keeping the action engaging throughout. The graphics and animation were impressive for the PS1, capturing Spider-Man's fluid movements and the feel of the city. The game also has a playful tone, with witty dialogue and moments that reflect Peter Parker's personality. While it isn't the deepest superhero game, Spider-Man on PS1 was a fun and accessible action title. Its mix of swinging, combat, and classic Spider-Man charm makes it a memorable entry in the console's library. Next at number 27 is Street Fighter Alpha 3. Released in 1998, Street Fighter Alpha 3 is one of the best fighting games on the PlayStation. It brought together a huge roster of characters from the Street Fighter universe, offering a mix of classic fighters and fan favorites with unique moves and combos. The gameplay is fast-paced and strategic. You can choose from different fighting styles, perform special moves, and use the ISM system to adjust your character's abilities and strengths. Timing, positioning, and combos are key, making each fight satisfying for both casual and experienced players. Visually, the game kept the colorful, anime-inspired style of the Street Fighter series, with fluid animations and detailed backgrounds. The soundtrack adds energy to the fights, keeping the pace exciting. Street Fighter Alpha 3 remains a classic on the PS1 for its depth, roster variety, and smooth combat. It's a must-play for fans of fighting games and a standout entry in the console's library. Next at number 26 is Vagrant Story. Released in 2000, Vagrant Story is a dark, atmospheric action RPG that stands out for its deep combat system and intricate story. You play as Ashley Riot, an elite agent sent to infiltrate the castle of Leamondid, uncovering secrets, betrayal, and twisted magic along the way. The gameplay blends exploration, puzzle solving, and strategic combat. Weapons can be customized and enhanced, and you can target specific body parts of enemies, adding a layer of tactical depth rarely seen in PS1 games. The battle system rewards planning and skill, making each encounter feel intense and engaging. Visually, the game uses detailed 3D environments and moody lighting to create a gothic atmosphere, while the soundtrack complements the dark, tense tone of the story. The narrative is mature and layered, with political intrigue and personal vendettas driving the plot forward. Vagrant Story is often remembered as one of the most sophisticated and polished RPGs on the PlayStation. Its combination of strategic combat, rich storytelling, and immersive world makes it a standout title and a must-play for fans of the genre. Next at number 25 is Medal of Honor. Released in 1999, Medal of Honor brought cinematic World War II action to the PlayStation. Players take on the role of Lecter Jimmy Patterson, completing a series of missions behind enemy lines in Europe, from stealthy sabotage to intense firefights. The gameplay focuses on first-person shooting, with a variety of weapons like pistols, rifles, and grenades. Missions often require strategy and planning, making use of cover, timing, and careful movement to succeed. The game also features cinematic cutscenes that add to the immersion and make the missions feel like scenes from a war movie. Visually, the PS1 graphics were impressive for the time, with detailed environments and recognizable landmarks that helped create the World War II setting. The sound design, including weapon effects and atmospheric music, enhances the tension and action throughout the game. Medal of Honor was one of the defining shooters of its generation, giving players a thrilling and memorable World War II experience. Its mix of action, strategy, and cinematic presentation makes it a standout PlayStation title. Next, at number 24, is Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit. Released in 1998, Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit brought fast-paced arcade racing to the PlayStation, with the added thrill of police chases. Players race exotic cars across a variety of tracks, from city streets to coastal highways, while evading the law or testing their skills in standard races. The gameplay focuses on speed and handling, with tight controls that make drifting and cornering satisfying. The addition of the Hot Pursuit mode set it apart, letting players experience high-stakes chases where outrunning police cars adds a fun, chaotic element to the races. Multiplayer mode also lets friends compete head-to-head, adding extra replay value. Visually, the game looks great for its era, with detailed car models, dynamic environments, and smooth frame rates that keep the action intense. The soundtrack, featuring energetic tunes, perfectly complements the racing experience. Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit is remembered as one of the best racing games on the PS1. Its combination of high-speed action, police pursuits, and fun tracks makes it a must-play for fans of the genre. Next at number 23 is Bushido Blade 2. Released in 1998, Bushido Blade 2 is a unique fighting game on the PlayStation that focuses on realistic sword combat rather than flashy combos. Players face off in one-on-one duels where precision, timing, and strategy are more important than button mashing. The gameplay emphasizes careful movement, parries, and targeting specific areas of your opponent's body. Matches can end with a single well-placed strike, making every move tense and exciting. The variety of weapons and fighting styles adds depth, giving players plenty of ways to approach each battle. Visually, the game uses 3D environments with realistic animations that make the duels feel grounded and intense. The soundtrack is minimal but fitting, keeping the focus on the combat itself. Bushido Blade 2 stands out as one of the most distinctive fighting games on the PS1. Its focus on realism, strategy, and high-stakes dueling makes it a memorable and challenging experience for fans of the genre. Next at number 22 is PaRappa the Rapper. Released in 1997, PaRappa the Rapper is a rhythm game that became a PlayStation classic thanks to its quirky style and catchy music. You play as PaRappa, a rapping dog who must win over his crush and face various challenges by following rhythm-based prompts. The gameplay is simple but addictive. Press buttons in time with the music to match the on-screen prompts. Timing and accuracy are key, and each level introduces new characters, beats, and challenges that keep the game fresh. It's easy to pick up but satisfying to master, especially for fans of rhythm games. Visually, the game stands out with its unique 2D paper-thin character design over 3D backgrounds. The humorous animations, colorful visuals, and memorable voice acting add charm and personality. The soundtrack is full of catchy songs that stick in your head long after playing. PaRappa the Rapper is remembered as a fun, innovative, and highly enjoyable PlayStation title. Its combination of rhythm gameplay, humor, and style made it a must-play and a defining experience for the console. Next, at number 21, is MediEvil. Released in 1998, MediEvil is a quirky action-adventure game that became a PlayStation favorite. You play as Sir Daniel Fortesque, a skeletal knight accidentally brought back to life to save the kingdom of Gallowmere from the evil sorcerer Zarok. The gameplay combines hack-and-slash combat with platforming and puzzle solving. You fight a variety of enemies using swords, crossbows, and other weapons, while exploring colorful, imaginative levels filled with secrets and collectibles. The controls are accessible, but mastering timing in combat can be satisfying and fun. MediEvil also stands out for its humor and personality. The character animations, witty dialogue, and quirky enemy designs make the game entertaining beyond just the action. The soundtrack is catchy and atmospheric, perfectly fitting the spooky yet lighthearted tone. While not the deepest PS1 game, MediEvil is remembered fondly for its charm, engaging gameplay, and memorable protagonist. It remains a classic that captured the imagination of PlayStation players and continues to be celebrated in the series' later remakes. Next, at number 20, is Ape Escape. Released in 1999, Ape Escape was a groundbreaking PlayStation game that fully utilized the DualShock analog sticks for the first time. You play as Spike, tasked with capturing mischievous monkeys who have stolen a time travel device, using a variety of gadgets to catch them. The gameplay is a mix of platforming, exploration, and puzzle solving. The innovative controls let you swing nets, use gadgets, and interact with the environment in creative ways, making each level a fun challenge. Collecting all the monkeys and hidden items adds replay value, especially for completionists. Visually, the game is colorful and playful, with quirky animations and imaginative level design. The soundtrack is upbeat and matches the lighthearted, humorous tone of the game. Ape Escape is remembered as a fun, inventive, and highly engaging PlayStation title. Its unique use of controls, charming presentation, and clever level design make it a standout classic and a must-play for anyone exploring the PS1 library. Next, at number 19, is The Legend of Dragoon. Released in 1999, The Legend of Dragoon is a turn-based RPG that offered a rich story, memorable characters, and an exciting combat system on the PlayStation. You follow Dart and his companions as they battle to save the world from dark forces, uncovering mysteries about dragons and ancient powers along the way. The gameplay features a unique addition system where timing button presses during attacks boosts damage, adding a layer of interactivity to battles. You also have access to powerful Dragoon transformations that change your abilities and give you an edge in combat. Exploration, side quests, and character customization add depth to the adventure. Visually, the game features pre-rendered backgrounds, detailed character models, and impressive cutscenes that help bring the story to life. The soundtrack is epic and complements the dramatic tone of the narrative. The Legend of Dragoon is remembered as one of the PlayStation's standout RPGs, praised for its engaging combat system, story, and cinematic presentation. It remains a beloved title for fans of classic PS1 role-playing games. Next at number 18 is Twisted Metal 2. Released in 1996, Twisted Metal 2 is a chaotic, vehicle-based combat game that became a PlayStation classic. Players pick from a roster of unique vehicles, each with their own weapons and abilities, and battle across destructible arenas to be the last one standing. The gameplay is fast-paced and action-packed. You use missiles, guns, and special attacks to take down opponents while navigating tricky arenas filled with hazards. Each vehicle has a distinct style, which adds variety and strategy to matches, especially in multiplayer. Visually, the game features colorful, detailed environments with plenty of interactive elements. The soundtrack and sound effects enhance the intense, over-the-top action, making each match feel explosive and exciting. Twisted Metal 2 is remembered for its addictive gameplay, memorable characters, and chaotic fun. It set the standard for vehicular combat games on the PlayStation and remains a must-play for fans of high-octane multiplayer action. Next, at number 17, is Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. Released in 1999, Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories brought the popular trading card game to the PlayStation in a unique way. Players take on the role of Yugi and his friends, dueling opponents with customizable decks and unlocking powerful cards as they progress through the story. The gameplay is a mix of strategy and luck, as you build decks, summon monsters, and cast spells to defeat rivals. Battles are turn-based, and careful planning of your cards and combos is key to winning. The game also features a story mode that loosely follows the anime's plot, giving fans extra motivation to play through the challenges. Visually, the game uses 3D animations for monsters and duels, while the card artwork captures the essence of the franchise. The soundtrack and sound effects help make each duel feel exciting and immersive. Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories is remembered as a fun and strategic PlayStation title for fans of the series. Its deck-building mechanics and engaging duels make it a unique addition to the PS1 library, especially for card game enthusiasts. Next, at number 16, is Chrono Cross. Released in 2000, Chrono Cross is a PlayStation RPG celebrated for its deep story, unique battle system, and stunning music. You follow Surge as he uncovers mysteries about parallel worlds, his own past, and the forces that threaten the world's balance. The gameplay features turn-based battles with a color element system, where each character's attacks are tied to specific elements, making strategy and party composition important. With over 40 playable characters, exploration and experimentation are highly rewarding. Side quests, secrets, and multiple endings add even more depth and replay value. Visually, Chrono Cross combines beautiful pre-rendered backgrounds with detailed character models and fluid animations. The soundtrack by Yasunori Mitsuda is widely praised, enhancing the emotional and immersive feel of the game. Chrono Cross is remembered as one of the PlayStation's most ambitious and memorable RPGs. Its complex story, strategic combat, and incredible presentation make it a standout title and a must-play for fans of the genre. Next, at number 15, is Oddworld Abe's Oddysee. Released in 1997, Oddworld Abe's Oddysee is a unique platformer known for its clever puzzles, dark humor, and memorable protagonist, Abe. You play as Abe, a Mudokan worker who discovers that his fellow Mudokons are being turned into food by the evil Rupture Farms Corporation and sets out to save them. The gameplay focuses on stealth, problem-solving, and precise platforming. You must navigate traps, outsmart enemies, and find ways to rescue other Mudokons using Abe's unique abilities, like chanting to possess creatures. Timing and strategy are key, making each level challenging and rewarding. Visually, the game features detailed 2D graphics with a dark, industrial style that sets a distinct tone. The sound design, from eerie environmental effects to Abe's expressive voice, enhances the immersive experience. Oddworld Abe's Oddysee is remembered as one of the PlayStation's standout platformers. Its mix of clever design, memorable characters, and challenging gameplay makes it a classic and a must-play for anyone exploring the PS1 library. Next, at number 14, is Silent Hill. Released in 1999, Silent Hill is a survival horror classic on the PlayStation that helped define the genre. You play as Harry Mason, searching for his missing daughter in the mysterious and fog-covered town of Silent Hill, encountering nightmarish creatures and unsettling environments along the way. The gameplay focuses on exploration, puzzle solving, and survival combat. Resources are limited, so careful management of health and ammunition is crucial. The game also emphasizes atmosphere, with fog, shadows, and eerie sounds, creating a tense and immersive experience. Silent Hill stands out for its psychological horror, relying on suspense, story, and environment rather than just jump scares. The visuals and audio work together to create a haunting and unforgettable atmosphere. It's remembered as one of the most influential horror games on the PlayStation. Its dark story, chilling atmosphere, and innovative design make Silent Hill a must-play for fans of survival horror. Next, at number 13, is Crash Team Racing. Released in 1999, Crash Team Racing brought kart racing fun to the PlayStation with fast-paced tracks, quirky characters, and a mix of speed and strategy. You play as Crash Bandicoot and friends, racing through colorful tracks filled with shortcuts, obstacles, and power-ups. The gameplay is all about mastering tight turns, collecting items, and using weapons strategically to gain an advantage. Each character has unique stats, adding variety to races, and the game's multiplayer mode makes it a blast with friends. Time trials, battle arenas, and adventure mode also add replay value. Visually, the game features vibrant tracks, expressive character models, and fun animations that capture the charm of the Crash Bandicoot universe. The soundtrack is upbeat and matches the energetic racing action perfectly. Crash Team Racing is remembered as one of the best kart racers on the PS1. Its tight controls, creative tracks, and multiplayer fun make it a must-play for fans of racing games and the Crash series alike. Next at number 12 is Tenchu Stealth Assassins. Released in 1998, Tenchu Stealth Assassins brought a unique stealth action experience to the PlayStation. You play as Rikimaru or Ayame, skilled ninjas tasked with completing missions by sneaking past guards, taking out enemies silently, and completing objectives without being detected. The gameplay focuses on strategy, timing, and precision. You can use various ninja tools like grappling hooks, shurikens, and smoke bombs to navigate environments and defeat foes. Each level rewards careful planning and creative approaches, making stealth both challenging and satisfying. Visually, the game features 3D environments with detailed interiors and atmospheric lighting that enhance the stealthy vibe. The sound design, including footsteps, environmental noises, and tense music, adds to the tension and immersion. Tenchu Stealth Assassins is remembered as a standout stealth game on the PS1. Its emphasis on strategy, careful movement, and ninja-themed gameplay makes it a must-play for fans of stealth and action alike. Next at number 11 is the Tomb Raider Trilogy, 1, 2, 3. Released between 1996 and 1998 on the PlayStation, the first 3 Tomb Raider games introduced players to Lara Croft, an adventurous archaeologist exploring ancient tombs and solving intricate puzzles. The trilogy combines platforming, exploration, and combat in exotic locations around the world. Gameplay focuses on navigating treacherous environments, avoiding traps, and battling enemies with a variety of weapons. Each game introduces new challenges and increasingly complex puzzles, requiring timing, problem-solving, and keen observation. The sense of exploration and discovery is a core part of the experience. Visually, the games use 3D environments and character models that were impressive for the PS1 era. Lara Croft became an iconic character, and the music and sound effects added to the sense of adventure and tension. The Tomb Raider trilogy is remembered as a landmark series on the PlayStation, blending action, puzzle solving, and exploration. It helped define the 3D action-adventure genre and solidified Lara Croft as one of gaming's most iconic heroes. Next at number 10 is the Spyro Trilogy. Released between 1998 and 2000, the first 3 Spyro games, Spyro the Dragon, Ripto's Rage, and Year of the Dragon, brought colorful 3D platforming to the PlayStation. You play as Spyro, a small purple dragon exploring vibrant worlds, collecting gems, freeing friends, and defeating various enemies. The gameplay is focused on exploration, platforming, and combat. Spyro can glide, charge, and breathe fire, making each level dynamic and fun to navigate. Collectibles, hidden areas, and mini-games encourage players to explore every corner of the game's worlds. Visually, the trilogy features bright, whimsical environments and charming character designs that appeal to both kids and adults. The catchy soundtracks and playful sound effects enhance the lighthearted tone and immersive feel of the games. The Spyro Trilogy is remembered as one of the best platforming series on the PS1. Its engaging gameplay, memorable levels, and colorful charm make it a must-play for anyone exploring the PlayStation library. Next at number 9 is Breath of Fire 3. Released in 1997, Breath of Fire 3 is a classic PlayStation RPG that follows Ryu, a young warrior who can transform into dragons, on his journey to uncover his past and face a looming threat to the world. The gameplay features turn-based combat with strategic elements, character growth through leveling, and the ability to recruit allies with unique skills. Exploration is key, as towns, dungeons, and hidden areas are packed with treasures and side quests that add depth to the adventure. Visually, the game uses detailed 2D sprites and pre-rendered backgrounds, creating a charming and immersive world. The soundtrack is memorable and complements both the action and emotional moments of the story. Breath of Fire 3 is remembered as one of the PlayStation's standout RPGs. Its engaging story, strategic combat, and rich world-building make it a must-play for fans of classic role-playing games. Next at number 8 is Gran Turismo 2. Released in 1999, Gran Turismo 2 is one of the most acclaimed racing simulators on the PlayStation. Players can choose from over 600 cars and race across a variety of tracks, from real-world circuits to fictional courses, testing driving skill and precision. The gameplay focuses on realistic handling, car customization, and racing strategy. Players can tune their vehicles, participate in championships, and unlock new cars by completing events, making the game both challenging and rewarding. Time trials and endurance races add further depth for dedicated players. Visually, the game features detailed car models and tracks that were impressive for the PS1 era. The sound design, including engine noises and music, adds to the immersive racing experience. Gran Turismo 2 is remembered as one of the best racing games on the PlayStation. Its combination of realism, depth, and extensive car selection makes it a must-play for fans of racing and simulation games alike. Next at number 7 is the Crash Bandicoot Trilogy. Released between 1996 and 1998, the first 3 Crash Bandicoot games, Crash Bandicoot, Cortex Strikes Back, and Warped, brought fast-paced 3D platforming to the PlayStation. You play as Crash, a spunky marsupial battling the evil Dr. Neo Cortex across diverse levels filled with obstacles, enemies, and collectibles. The gameplay is focused on running, jumping, and spinning your way through challenging platforming stages. Each game adds new mechanics, from vehicles and time trials to creative level designs, keeping the action fresh and exciting. Collecting Wumpa fruits, gems, and extra lives adds extra replay value for completionists. Visually, the trilogy features colorful and varied environments, detailed character animations, and playful designs that have stood the test of time. The music and sound effects are iconic, perfectly complementing the action-packed gameplay. The Crash Bandicoot Trilogy is remembered as one of the PlayStation's most beloved platforming series. Its tight controls, creative levels, and memorable characters make it a must-play for anyone exploring classic PS1 games. Next, at number 6, is Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Released in 1997, Castlevania Symphony of the Night is a landmark action-adventure game on the PlayStation. You play as Alucard, exploring Dracula's castle to stop the vampire lord and uncover hidden secrets along the way. The gameplay blends platforming, combat, and RPG elements. You can explore vast interconnected areas, collect weapons, items, and power-ups, and level up Alucard's abilities. The game rewards exploration, with hidden rooms, alternate paths, and secret bosses adding depth and replay value. Combat is fast and fluid, with a wide variety of weapons and magic at your disposal. Visually, the game features detailed 2D sprites, gothic environments, and smooth animations. The soundtrack is iconic, perfectly capturing the dark, atmospheric tone of Dracula's castle. Castlevania Symphony of the Night is remembered as one of the PlayStation's greatest titles. Its combination of exploration, combat, and RPG mechanics set a new standard for action-adventure games and remains a must-play classic. Next at number 5 is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2. Released in 1999 and 2000, the first 2 Tony Hawk's Pro Skater games brought skateboarding action to the PlayStation like never before. Players can choose from a roster of real-life pro skaters and tackle creative skate parks, performing tricks, combos, and completing objectives to rack up high scores. The gameplay is fast-paced and satisfying. You can perform grabs, flips, grinds, and manuals, chaining moves together to pull off massive combos. Each level is packed with collectibles, secret areas, and challenges that reward exploration and skill. The games also feature multiplayer modes for competitive fun with friends. Visually, the games feature detailed environments, smooth animations, and iconic character models that capture the skateboarding culture of the late 90s. The soundtracks are legendary, with energetic punk, rock, and hip-hop tracks that perfectly match the fast-paced gameplay. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 are remembered as some of the best sports games on the PS1. Their addictive gameplay, iconic levels, and classic soundtrack make them must-play titles for any PlayStation fan. Next at number 4 is the Final Fantasy Trilogy, VII, VIII, IX. Released between 1997 and 2000, Final Fantasy VII, VIII, and IX are some of the most iconic RPGs on the PlayStation. Players experience epic stories full of memorable characters, deep lore, and immersive worlds, each with its own unique style and narrative. The gameplay focuses on turn-based battles, character progression, and exploration. Final Fantasy VII introduced 3D graphics and cinematic storytelling. VIII brought the innovative junction system, and IX returned to the series' fantasy roots with charming characters and engaging mechanics. Each game also features side quests, mini-games, and hidden secrets that add hours of extra content. Visually, the trilogy combines 3D character models with pre-rendered backgrounds, delivering stunning environments for the PS1 era. The soundtracks, composed by Nobuo Uematsu, are legendary, enhancing every emotional and action-packed moment. The Final Fantasy Trilogy is remembered as a cornerstone of PS1 RPGs. Its deep stories, strategic gameplay, and unforgettable music make these games must-play classics for any fan of the genre. Next at number 3 is Tekken 3. Released in 1998, Tekken 3 is one of the best fighting games on the PlayStation and a landmark in the series. It features a large roster of characters, each with unique moves and fighting styles, allowing players to find a fighter that suits their playstyle. The gameplay is fast-paced and fluid, with combos, special moves, and strategic positioning playing a key role in battles. The game's responsive controls and deep mechanics make it enjoyable for both casual players and competitive fighters. Modes like Arcade, Versus, and Team Battle add plenty of replay value, while the story mode provides background for the characters. Visually, Tekken 3 showcases detailed 3D character models and dynamic arenas that were impressive for the PS1 era. The soundtrack and sound effects keep the energy high during every fight. Tekken 3 is remembered as a classic fighting game on the PlayStation. Its combination of engaging combat, diverse characters, and lasting appeal make it a must-play for fans of the genre. Next at number 2 is the Resident Evil Trilogy. Released between 1996 and 2000, the first 3 Resident Evil games helped define survival horror on the PlayStation. Players navigate tense environments, solve puzzles, and battle zombies and other bioorganic creatures while uncovering sinister plots. The gameplay emphasizes resource management, exploration, and strategic combat. Players must carefully conserve ammunition and health, solve environmental puzzles, and make use of limited resources to survive. The story, atmosphere, and jump scares combine to create an immersive horror experience that keeps players on edge. Visually, the trilogy features pre-rendered backgrounds, 3D character models, and detailed environments that contribute to the tense, creepy atmosphere. The sound design, including eerie music and chilling effects, amplifies the horror experience. The Resident Evil Trilogy is remembered as a cornerstone of PlayStation gaming. Its combination of survival horror, engaging storytelling, and tense gameplay makes it a must-play series for fans of the genre. Finally, at number 1 is Metal Gear Solid. Released in 1998, Metal Gear Solid is a landmark stealth action game that set a new standard for storytelling and gameplay on the PlayStation. You play as Solid Snake, a special operative sent to infiltrate a nuclear weapons facility and stop a rogue group of terrorists known as Foxhound. The gameplay emphasizes stealth, strategy, and problem-solving. Players must avoid detection, use gadgets and weapons wisely, and navigate complex environments. The game encourages creative approaches, rewarding patience and careful planning over brute force. Boss battles are memorable, often combining cinematic presentation with clever mechanics. Visually, the game uses detailed 3D graphics and cinematic cutscenes to tell an engaging story. The soundtrack and voice acting add depth, making the narrative feel immersive and intense. Metal Gear Solid is celebrated for its storytelling, character development, and innovative gameplay. It's remembered as one of the greatest games on the PlayStation. Its combination of stealth, cinematic storytelling, and unforgettable characters makes Metal Gear Solid the ultimate PS1 experience and a must-play classic. And there you have it, the greatest PlayStation 1 games of all time. From unforgettable RPGs to groundbreaking action titles, these classics shaped gaming history and left a legacy that still lives on today. Which one was your favorite? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more gaming countdowns. Until next time, game on.